Hey everybody, this is Mike from OTG Gaming. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in a previous video, we had taken a preview of the Anbernic RG Cube, and since then, Anbernic has released a video of gameplay demos. And let me tell you, it's made this little handheld seem that much more enticing. Now, first off, we had talked about how the Cube should be able to handle roughly 80 to 90% of GameCube and PlayStation 2 games because it has the same hardware as the RG556. In the video, Anbernic does give us some brief snippets of various PlayStation 2 and GameCube games running, and they seem to be doing so very smoothly, so hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. However, a good chunk of the video was used by Anbernic to show off Nintendo 3DS games, and boy, was I surprised by how good they look on the 1:1 aspect ratio screen. It looks like it will work exceptionally well for the dual screen that is on both the 3DS and the DS. I didn't realize that the 1:1 ratio would allow both screens to be displayed in their natural vertical layout, which should make gameplay that much more enjoyable. The game shown in the gameplay demo looked to be running very well, and again, using the RG556 as a benchmark, the emulation quality of 3DS games on the Cube should be very good. So given this somewhat of a revelation of how well it will seem to handle 3DS games, it has gotten some thinking, including myself, that the Cube might just be an excellent handheld for emulating handhelds. The 1:1 aspect ratio should mesh very well, as we just discussed, with 3DS and DS games, but also the aspect ratio of the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Gear, and Neo Geo Pocket should all lend themselves very well to emulation on the Anbernic Cube. Now, of course, with widescreen handhelds like the Game Boy Advance, you are going to lose some screen real estate, but perhaps some nice overlays or bezels could be used to help make up for that. However, the PSP, it's probably going to suffer the most from wasted space. It might be hard to play PSP games on this particular screen. We'll have to see what that's like once we actually have units in our hands. Now, some other observations from this gameplay video. In addition to the major systems, Anbernic also showcased a number of arcade shooters, and we talked about that in the previous video. Those appear to look and run very well on this 1:1 aspect ratio screen. A number of bezels and overlays were shown off for a number of the systems that you'll be able to play on the Cube. So that might be a draw for those of us that like a little extra immersive eye candy. Also of note, as speculated, Pico 8 games seem to be a perfect fit for the RG Cube with their compact and square display. Now, Moonlight streaming was briefly shown in the demo, but it doesn't look like it's going to translate very well to the Cube due to the widescreen nature of PC games. You can see in this demo how squished the image is on the Cube compared to the widescreen monitor, so likely some tweaking is going to be needed if you're going to use streaming for the Cube. Now, lastly, it's great to see that apparently Anbernic listened to community feedback and is now offering a black shell option for the RG Cube, giving it a very sleek and stylish look. I know a lot of folks had been asking for that. So what are your thoughts on this latest gameplay video from Anbernic? Does it change your opinion at all on the RG Cube? Please let me know in the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching, and happy gaming, my friends.